Chapter 2 Apple iPhone 14 Pro Camera Features. One of the most significant improvements that Apple is giving us this year is related to the camera system that is included in the phone. However, because Apple has decided to put a chasm of difference between the regular iterations and the more expensive ones, this assertion is much more precise when referring to the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Apple may have done this in order to distinguish between the standard models from the more expensive ones. The iPhone 14 Pro camera comes with a sensor of 48 megapixels, which allows it to achieve great things. By default, the camera organizes the camera's pixel data into groups ranging from 4 to 12 megapixels and produces photographs with enhanced lighting. Advanced users can also utilize the Pro RAW to snap photographs in their full 48 megapixel resolution. Apple has also introduced a new zoom level midway between the wide angle x1 and telephoto x3 settings by cropping in for a x2. If you keep the iPhone 14 Pro's mode set to automatic, it will intelligently decide when to opt for pixel binning and when to strive for higher resolution photographs. Once you have Pro RAW enabled, you will have the option to force 48 megapixels, and the phone will still use deep learning and post-processing to give a large, high-resolution image. Once you have Pro RAW enabled, you will have this choice. Apple refers to the x2 step as an optical quality zoom, even though it is a crop from the 48 megapixel sensor. It is available for use in the standard photography modes, as well as the portrait mode, giving you greater creative leeway when setting up a scenario. Despite maintaining a resolution of 12 megapixels, the ultra-wide camera has been updated with a larger sensor. This, together with an aperture of f2.2 and Apple's newly developed photonic engine, which is an improvement to Apple's Deep Fusion, the image processing algorithm, ensures considerably improved performance in low-light environments. Even in low-light situations, the wide-angle and telephoto cameras seem to generate photographs of far higher quality than any of its closest rivals. As for the standard iPhone 14, it keeps the same 12-megapixel camera that was on the iPhone 13, or very slightly improves upon it, with the aid of the new photonic engine and a slightly wider f1.5 aperture. Both of these features were introduced with the iPhone 14 versus the f1.6 on the iPhone 13. Both the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Pro are equipped with a brand new video mode called Action Mode. This mode is available on both devices. This gives a high level of stabilization, resulting in very smooth videos. And improved is the Cinematic mode, which can now record in 4K resolution and offers a choice between 24 and 30 frames per second. On the iPhone 13, it can only shoot in 1080p at 30 frames per second. Additionally, editing movies in cinematic mode in post-production gives you the ability to refocus and combine footages shot at 24 frames per second and 30 frames per second in the same project, while maintaining the same output, presumably 24 FPS.